Good things come to those who wait, who have patience. This is a very important thing that the sooner you realize, your life will change exponentially for the better. And I say this a lot in a lot of my videos, like yeah, last video, once you get oh, it is what it is. Once you get that done, it's like, oh, your life changes exponentially for the better. There are so many different mindsets you can accumulate. There's so many different ways of thinking that you can, you know, put up here that can really help you change hair in my mouth, sorry. There's a lot of different ways you can think that can help change your perspective on things, which ultimately will lead to you being a happier person. One of the most fun I've had in a video game, Helldivers 2, just dropped like 3, 4 days ago, something like that, or like last week, I don't know. Um, it's really, really fun. I mean, my computer has a 2070 GPU in it, so it's kind of hard to run the game, but I'm having a really nice time with it. And Helldivers being a relatively small brand with a relatively small company behind it, it made this game not expecting it to exceed a certain amount of players, and the game blew up. Right? It's a really, really well made game. It's super fun, and it got really popular really fast. And the developers are like, we don't know how to compensate for this many people, and so of course the servers are down. And I'm on their Discord and I'm seeing a ton of people get really upset about this. And I mean, of course, I want to play this game. I've been looking forward to it because I was a big fan of Helldivers. And I'm like, well, I want to play this game, but I can't. So what do I do? Well, I wait. The importance of patience is something that should never be underestimated because there's a very popular saying, good things come to those who wait. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. But this can tie back into how I spoke about discipline, right? A big part of discipline is having patience with yourself, having patience with your environment, having patience with especially the things you can't control. And the biggest thing that I see people fall short of is having patience for themselves because you as a person are not perfect. You never will be. And that's okay. If anyone expects you to be perfect, then you need to get away from them. And if anyone thinks they are perfect, you need to get away from them as fast as possible. Ooh, I I said that weird. My throat's dry. This water bottle is empty. Um, man, I need to get stuff situated, and I go to the gym in 10 minutes. And it's raining outside, so great. I'm getting off track. That's my bad. But regardless, the importance of patience is crucial to happiness. It is crucial to growth. A big part about my life and my life in relationship to this in relation to this channel is going to be patience. I think I've done pretty well with my numbers recently. I'm up to what 187 subscribers and my videos are getting in the double digits of views, sometimes triple digits, which is really cool. But I in no way, shape, or form expected this channel to immediately gain a large following. It's probably going to take years when I'm deep into college, um, which I'm perfectly fine with. And I'm willing to wait for it because this channel means a lot to me. It's where I can go to talk about my feelings and to give advice to you guys, my audience. I talk about this almost every video. But it's just somewhere, it's a platform that I can use to ideally in the future communicate with an audience and interact with different people because I enjoy doing that. And recently I found out how much I love sitting in front of a tiny webcam that's no more than 3 inches wide and just talking and speaking about, like just giving advice. And growing this channel, like I said, is going to require patience. Anything worth growing is going to require patience. And I'm just now realizing I've been jump cutting a lot of these videos. So the more serious topics that I will discuss later on in this channel, because there will be some serious stuff, the more topics that like the more serious they are, I'm definitely going to include a lot less of jump cuts because, you know, of course, I want to be more natural, more raw with you guys when I'm discussing something serious. But this isn't necessarily a serious topic. It's just a topic that if you are not implementing in your life, you need to. Because I cannot stress the importance of patience enough. Also, I'm sorry if my webcam or like my surroundings look kind of weird. My lips are really really red. I don't know why, and my skin looks weird. Also, my hair is kind of frizzy because I use shampoo last night. um, But it's just, yeah, my webcam is so bad. I need a new one. A lot of patience also you will find relates to other people, those around you, those in your social circle. If one of your best friends comes up to you and says, "Hey, man, I want to go out with you and some buddies later tonight for dinner or something like that," and you're like, "Okay, that's cool," and they don't follow through. Let's say this has happened to me, it's happened probably to you, it's happened to every single. They're just false promises, right? They're like, "Oh, well, I gotta reschedule this. I'll reschedule for some time," and you want to do this because it's your buddy, right? You want to go out to dinner with him. You want to go out to dinner with a bunch of your friends, but he keeps pushing it back because he's busy. A large part of patience, unfortunately, is involved with stuff you can't control, which also, unfortunately, is most of life. You cannot control most of what happens to you. So, the more patience you have, the more time you can give yourself to react to these external factors that you can almost do nothing about. But the biggest part of patience is patience with yourself. As I said earlier, you are not perfect. You need to give yourself more credit, and when learning something new, you need to have patience with yourself. Like, for example, with me, C sharp. My computer science class goes over C sharp. I think C sharp is one of the worst coding languages I've ever used in my entire life. And I've used quite a bit of coding languages. I'm a big fan of coding. My favorite's probably HTML and CSS because of how straightforward they are. C sharp is not straightforward at all. C sharp is very redundant. You use a lot of abstract wording and just a lot of the same words. It's just ridiculous. And as I mentioned in my previous video, my computer science test is in 3 days, and I'm pretty worried about it. But again, I realize I need to take my own advice and I need to give myself patience because if I don't, then I'm not going to enjoy being in my own head, which is very important if you want to get anything done. You need to be willing to be in your own head a lot because most of your life, unfortunately, will be spent alone. And the more patience you have with yourself, the more welcoming you will be to your failures, which you will do a lot. You will fail a lot. But these failures, they'll make you learn. But learning requires patience. And also, as I said earlier, a lot of your patience lies within others. If I have a younger brother, right? He's not annoying now. He's very much matured over the years, of course, as people do. But back when we were younger, there's a 2 years, almost 3 years difference in age between us. I'm older than him. As I said, he's my younger brother. He used to annoy me a lot on purpose. And I used to not have good patience. I would get pretty violent with him. I would get mad very quickly. And now I don't find myself doing that hardly ever because patience also comes with maturity. I mean, of course, patience can be taught. Anything that comes with maturity can be taught, except for maturity itself. But my point is, you're going to have a lot of people in your life, including yourself, that will test your patience. And the more patience you have in general, the better off you will be.